What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dudes Who Bet Daily. It is September 8th, 2022, also known as opening kickoff for the NFL, and that's where we are going to start this show. We're going to talk a lot about Rams-Bills tonight. Hopefully, I'll be here the whole time. We got a thunderstorm going on in the background. The internet's been a little sketchy, but let's kick this off here with the Super Bowl champions. We got two trends heavily favoring the Rams. McVay, 5-0 ATS in 5 Week 1 games. The winner when they raised the banner for the Super Bowl, 10-4-3 the last 17. Aaron, you think you hold on to these trends tonight? You like the Rams, or you going with the Bills?
Listen, I am going to go with the Rams. It's not my best bet, but I did think about it, and I can have Papa Dude confirm. We talked about it a little bit as well. I don't understand why the Bills are the favorite, and if I think the game is a toss-up or a coin flip, however you want to phrase it, well, I'm going to take the underdog. So I actually thought about playing the Rams on the money line. I think it's plus 110. I thought about that one for a little bit. I have a lot of respect for the Bills, but I think the Rams are just as good. I think it's going to be a great game. It's a great opening game. I'm going to take the Rams for the betting purposes.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that we've seen this line move. It opened up as -1 for the Rams. It's moved all the way out to 2.5 for Buffalo. Van Jefferson's not going to play for the Rams. He's officially out. Big injury, obviously, on the Buffalo side is Tre'Davious White, their top cornerback, who's going to be out as well, which could cause some trouble. So it's nice you have both a cornerback and receiver out from that perspective. Magic, a Rams fan in Los Angeles. I mean, LA is just buzzing for this game, right?
Rams house. Yeah, we're excited about it out here. Listen, LA is extremely fickle. You know this when it comes to sports. If you're not the Dodgers or USC football, it's a very much of what have you done for me lately. Right now, yeah, things are great. People are excited about it, but you know, it's also, we're dealing with 110-degree daily heat, so everybody in LA is a little bit more worried about surviving than watching football right now. But with this one, it's gonna be. I'm curious to see what happens with the running back duo for the Rams with Akers and Henderson, because when I was doing my fantasy draft a couple of days ago, I was trying to figure out where to put Akers in there because, you know, I thought maybe he would be the leader. But what do you guys think rushing wise? Are they going to split the duties? Will one get more carries than the other tonight?
I've heard it's going to be close to a split, but we'll see what ends up happening here. Akers obviously was supposed to be the bell cow, and the injuries have prevented him from being so. I would guess we're going to end up seeing a split in carries there. And it's going to be interesting to see how these offenses both call this game, especially early. You've got two new offensive coordinators. Obviously, that won't affect the Rams as much because Sean McVay is their play caller. But you're going to see Ken Dorsey, the U alum, let's go, baby, taking over for Brian Daboll, who defected over to the Giants to take their head coaching position. Daboll was calling the plays. The Buffalo coach is defensive coach. So Ken Dorsey is going to be at the helm for this high-powered offense. Papa Dude, do you think that's going to affect the Bills tonight? Is that something you're going to be watching?
Oh, I don't really think so. I think they'll probably stay pretty much with what they've gone with. My take on the game is I think, Aaron, if the Rams are going to win, it's going to be low scoring. I will get to my best bet here in a minute. I don't want to give it away yet, but unless you want me to. But I love the Buffalo defense. I think their defense, it was the best in the league last year. So I'm not enamored with the Rams offense. When you look at it real close, they weren't great offensively last year. So, and is Cooper Kupp going to be what he was last year? That was otherworldly, there's no reason to think he won't, but my God, how can you duplicate that kind of season again? I think the Rams, their running game, I am very worried about that. I think the Bills defensively, that's going to be the difference in the game. I really do.
Well, let's kick it up to your best bet there, Papa Dude, since we're going to have a little different show today since we do not have a ton of horse races to talk about. So let's kick it off. Papa Dude, tell us a little bit more about this Rams under 26.5 team total.
Well, I like this better than any other bet I had for today, but I always go for value, as you know. So I almost took the Marlins over the Phillies. But how can you take a team that's playing as bad as the Marlins? I mean, they're just playing god-awful. They have nothing to play for. The Phillies have everything to play for. So that I kind of think they might win, but I just couldn't do it. So I went with this one. Under 26.5, I just don't know whether the Rams are going to score over that. I like this bet. Some people are saying this game's going to be high scoring. I don't really think so. So That's the one I feel the best about today. The value is not real good, but we can make some money if we hit it. So I'm going to go Rams under 26.5. Buffalo only allowed 272 yards per game last year, only 163 yards passing. I know their corner's out tonight, but the other three guys are there. Only 17 points per game. All of those are the top in the NFL. Plus, they've added a pretty good player by the name of Von Miller. That ain't a bad player. That guy seems to win wherever he goes. I believe he played for the Rams last year, right? Down the stretch, and now he's in Buffalo. I just think their defense is good enough to hold the Rams under 26.5. 27 points, a lot of points score against Denver or Buffalo.
Stop unit on the LA side is going to be the key to this game. If they are able to step up and play well, it's going to be tough because the Bills are going to put their points up, right? That offense is pretty dynamic. You do have a revamped defense. Obviously, Aaron Donald, you've got over on the Rams side of the ball, and they're healthy at the cornerback positions, but that Buffalo offense should be able to hum. Aaron, what are your feelings on the total here? Sitting at 52, it got as high as 53.5, got bet back down to 52. We've seen opening night go over the total the last 2 years. What are your feelings on this 52 number? And you with Papa Dude on this under 26.5?
I'm scared to take that one. I don't really know how this game's going to go. I think the first game is always the toughest to kind of predict the game flow. It's a tough one for me. I would stay away from him, but you know what? I didn't love his pick yesterday, and they won, and they won a lot easier than my pick did, really. So, you know, I'm not going to argue with him. I think it's going to be right at that number. I think Papa Dude's going to be sweating all the way to the fourth quarter on this one. I don't think it's a slam dunk one way or the other. The one thing I do agree with him on, and I can speak on it pretty closely as well, because Cooper Kupp won me a fantasy league last year. I can't see how he replicates those numbers either. That was incredible. I mean, he was absolutely unbelievable all year long. So, you know, if he kind of has a year where he just is good and not overly great, that is going to make a little bit of a difference. So I agree. I'm skeptical that he can repeat that kind of year.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how Buffalo's back half of their defense, their secondary specifically, lines up with Kupp and with Allen Robertson, one of the key additions for the Rams this year. You've got two of the best safeties in the NFL in Jordan Pryor and Micah Hyde, who are both in that Buffalo secondary. We mentioned Tre'Davious White is going to be out. Their top corners, Taron Johnson, who grades out well, 7th at PFF. Dane Johnson, their backup, is the 30th best corner in the NFL, or listed as 30th. But the key here is that they both play the same position. They both play right cornerback, and so their left cornerback is a rookie who was drafted in the first round. So it's going to be interesting to see who ends up with Allen Robinson, because you're going to put the top guy on Cooper Kupp. You're going to roll second coverage over the top with a safety. That leads into my best bet. I think Allen Robinson's going to have a night tonight. I think the Buffalo is going to get some points on the board, and you're going to see the Rams have to score back. They're going to have to do that through the air. Allen Robinson was electric when he was in his prime in 2019, 2020. He had an awful year last year. This is very similar to me to what we saw when they brought in Beckham last year, and immediately you saw Stafford feed him the football in the red zone. Robinson isn't one of those red zone targets. Very tall guy, very physical. I think he's going to have a mismatch tonight against the Buffalo cornerbacks. I love the plus 145 price, because I think if the Rams want to move the football, it's going to be through the air. And I would be shocked if we don't see one or two red zone throws to Allen Robinson during this game. I think he makes a ton of sense for first touchdown score. If you want that at plus 900, 2 touchdowns is plus, I think it's plus 650 in a couple places. His total for receiving yards is 64.5. Not sure that he's going to go over that, but I do think he's going to get some red zone targets. Magic, what do you think of Allen Robertson coming into this season? Do you think he's going to get some balls thrown at him from Stafford?
You bring up a good point, though, about Stafford throwing balls. He's got kind of a CM Punk elbow situation going on. We don't really know what he's going to be able to do. I think earlier in this season, it's going to be fine. So, going for plays like this, expecting a high-scoring game with Buffalo, or at least the ability to throw the football around a lot, would be fine. As the season goes on, though, watch out. He's played through a lot of injuries for a lot of years in Detroit, and it might catch up to him this year. But, I like your bet with Allen Robinson. I think anytime you're getting if you can get that kind of plus number on it, a good talented player like Robinson. I saw Jared bring up Henderson earlier, too. I just saw a line that he was I think the over-under for his yards was 28.5 rushing yards today. So if you like Henderson, Jared, that was one that I just saw there as well.
Yeah, there's some interesting player props. going to do a nice shameless plug here. If you want to talk about player props, make sure you join us at halftime tonight. Slim and I will be doing a live halftime show. Slim's going to roll out some player props from some of the primetime games. I'm going to talk about my best bets going into the weekend, and we'll talk about the first half of the game and what bets we're looking to play in the second half as well. So make sure you join Slim and I tonight at halftime of the football game right here on Racing Dude's YouTube channel. Papa Dude, I know you're excited about that. You can't wait to tune in, can you?
Might have to miss that. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on. You're killing me.
You guys confuse me. I get too confused. Too many stats,
Stats are good. Numbers are your friend, Papa Dude. All right, Aaron. We're going to jump into your best bet here. And, man, do I even need to say it? I think you know where you're going.
Oh, God.
Yeah, listen, I thought this was a very difficult betting card no matter where you go today. The racing is not fantastic around the country today. I'm not going to lie to you. Although Kentucky Downs has some solid racing without any doubt, but it's awful tough to, hook your wagon to any horse at Kentucky Downs. The baseball was not great, and this football game is a total toss-up to me. It could definitely go either side. So yeah, I'm going to go back to a team that never lets us down, right? The Cardinals. I don't think we've ever got them right on this show.
I have one.
You've got them once. Okay.
Yep.
The Cardinals minus a 1.5 tonight. Or today, I should say. This is happening in an hour. So, again, another early bet. You can just plan your whole day around these bets. I am going to go with the Cardinals minus the 1.5. Wainwright on the mound. He pitches very, very well at home. I mean, he is fantastic at home. The only problem is the Cardinals never score runs for Wainwright. I mean, never. So, hopefully they can get 2 runs because that's all it's going to take. Wainwright's going to shut him out today. I have no doubt. And I think the Cardinals are going to win at least 2-0. So, I'm going to go with the Redbirds. The last time I picked them minus a 1.5, they lost 6-0. So obviously it makes sense to go right back to them today.
Yeah, now why wouldn't you, right? I swear the Cardinals get played for or against more on this show than any other team that we have had the entire time. All right, let's jump over to horse racing here before we close it out. Aaron, you mentioned Kentucky Downs. We're going to go and talk a little bit about the feature there today. Magic, you're going with a best bet from this race. You want to tell us a little bit about was it Sharp as Attack, I believe. A really actually creative name as well.
Yeah, great. Listen, Sharp as Attack, you never would have thought this has turned into a really great sire for this first crop. Usually juice isn't genetic, but in this case it seems it is. Sharp as Attack had that really nice debut win at Santa Anita, turf sprinting, dead on the board, 12-1 that day. Then goes to Monmouth for the Tyro Stakes, even money, and you would have thought wedding funeral situation, but horse absolutely smoked him. Listen, now Irad Ortiz Jr. is going to hop aboard, so we're by far the best jockey to ride this horse so far. Some concern a little bit, or maybe is Wesley Ward has a filly in here with Velasquez riding that's undefeated, or I'm sorry, almost undefeated. Looked really good at Saratoga when she won, but I think the inside draw was Sharp as Attack because remember you've got that big wide sweeping turn. He's on the inside 8. The main threat's going to be on the outside. I just think this lines up perfectly for Sharp as Attack. This horse right now looks like a deadly horse for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint.
Yeah, this is a $500 million juvenile sprint, 2-year-olds going 6.5 furlongs over that Kentucky Downs turf course. You mentioned the 8-horse half a chance for the Wesley Ward barn. Sharp as Attack looks strong in this spot. The key, the way that you may see him lose is if there's too much pace pressure here, Aaron. Do you think that he's going to take too much heat early to be able to hang on late, or are you sticking with Sharp as Attack as well?
I think he's going to kill him. I'm not worried about it at all. Put any speed horse you want in there. Actually, the 8 is scratched out of that race.
There we go. I haven't seen the scratches yet. That's interesting.
I literally just saw them. Yeah.
Yeah. So there were 3 scratches out of the race, the 3, the 4, and the 8. I actually liked the 4 a little bit. If you watch the preview video I did for this one, I kind of liked the 4 a bit. So listen, it's to me, it's really down to Sharp as Attack. And if he doesn't, get the distance or he gets pressured, Papa Dude's old horse that we talked about, he gave out at like 20 or 30 to 1, the Asmussen turf horse. I can't think of the damn horse's name. Hold on, let me pull up my
Creed.
Yeah, there you go. I thought that was a horse that would be able to catch him, but I'll take Sharp as Attack, man. I think that horse is really, really good. By the way, Sharp as Attack, unbelievable sire, like Magic said. It came out of nowhere, a total shock. His best horse is probably an Iowa bred, if it isn't this horse that's running today. There's an Iowa bred named Tyler's Tribe, 2-year-old horse. He's won 4 in a row. They haven't even been close to this horse. He is just killing horses. He beat Open Company during the Iowa Festival of Racing. Keep an eye, or at least remember the name Tyler's Tribe. They're probably going to try a bigger company, and it may even be at the Breeders' Cup. So keep an eye on Tyler's Tribe.
I got to say, I am, as someone who loves these first crop sires, I am ecstatic about how good this specific group has been. Justify, Mendelssohn, Good Magic, Sharp Azteca, all have been phenomenal with first-time starters. And Mendelssohn started out slow, but he has come on here later in the season. So we've got a wonderful group of sires. Gervin, yeah, I forgot Gervin as well. We've got a wonderful, like, who knew? Sharp Azteca and Gervin are going to be good. A wonderful group of sires in this first class. I'm excited to see what they can produce going forward here as well. We may need to make Magic change this bet. I actually 100% agree. You are not getting anywhere over 1-2 on that horse now.
That was a pre-scratches pick. Come on now.
Yeah, we know that.
I think we should.
Can I switch to what was the other thing I said? Henderson over 28.5 rushing yards tonight. There you go. There's my new bet.
There we go. So we'll switch Magic up to Henderson over 28.5 rushing yards because this will be below our threshold of 1-2. Sorry, Aaron, killing you, aren't I?
No, I think we should make him do it, and then like he gets some kind of punishment for taking this horse.
No, that's not fair.
Yeah, the scratch kind of killed him here.
Oh,
We'll let the chat decide. Should Magic be punished for this?
I'll stick up for you, Magic.
Thank you. I actually asked him earlier this morning, will this horse qualify pre-scratches? And he said yes.
Yeah, well, pre-scratches, I think he will.
That's before the 8 went out.
Yeah. I actually really do like the Cold Exacta now. I think Sharp as Attack is probably gone. You can put the Cold Exacta with the 5 Private Creed. That'll pay more than even money. Hopefully it should pay about $3, something like that. But that's a hell of a lot easier than hitting a 3-1 shot at Kentucky Downs. Papa Dude, tell us a little about the shirt.
Well, I see Sylvain was on here, our good buddy from Canada. And the story on this a little bit, he got to tell, I've never met the guy Aaron has. You guys may have too. I don't know. Mike, did you meet him when you were at Saratoga?
Yep. Great dude.
Great guy. We got to talking. He used to be, when the Montreal Expos were in Montreal baseball team, you younger guys don't even remember them probably. He was the bullpen catcher.
Of course we remember them.
And well, you're a little older there, Mike. I'm talking about these 20-something people. So
all right, that's fair.
But anyway, so we got to talking on Twitter, and he was telling me that he was the bullpen catcher, which is that's pretty cool. That would be really, really cool to be the bullpen catcher. And I'm assuming that's when Montreal was really good. They had some great teams in Montreal, some great players. And the bad thing about it was when they had their best team, baseball was on strike. I believe that was in 1984.
Yeah, and they were great that year.
Probably going to win the World Series that year. Think of some of the players. Andre Dawson, I believe he's in the Hall of Fame. Am I right on that?
Yep. Yes and yes.
Gary Carter
in
the Hall of Fame. What was the guy in center field? Tim Raines, tremendous player. They had a guy named Grissom, I believe, was great, and he was a really good pitcher. Steve Rogers, I think, was their stud pitcher back then.
That's Captain America.
No Marvel jokes, Magic.
Okay.
It's like Disney Plus Day. We'll give it to you. Never mind. It's Disney Plus.
This team was unbelievable.
Was Vladimir Guerrero on that team?
Yes.
Yeah.
But that was later, I think.
Yeah, not on the 84 team, but he was an Expo later, and he was the one. When I think Expos, I think Vladimir Guerrero. I believe Pedro was on the Expos for a time too. I would love to know if Sylvan was lucky enough to catch for Pedro as a bullpen catcher as well at some point, because that'd be pretty darn cool.
I'm 99% sure he did. I'm pretty sure he told me that. Yeah.
So anyway, I didn't know what he was going to send me, and he did, and I wasn't an Expos fan. But when I got this out of the thing, it's beautiful. It really is. It's a pretty sweatshirt, and it's really nice fitting and everything. And so I said, heck, I got to put this on for today. So anyway, that's the story.
Show off that logo, Papa Dude. I love the Expos logo. That's one of those classics.
I got to turn the right way.
There we go.
I don't know how to do this.
That's one of those classics, man. I love that Expos logo.
Yeah.
There were some good ones. The Expos and the Nordiques had two of the best logos. The Whalers one was solid too, that we don't get to see anymore. So we love that. We got to bring those back at some point. I'll go. Carolina Hurricanes do troll the Whalers very well and have a Whalers night every year when they get to throw those jerseys up. And Hartford is not happy about it, let me tell you. All right, we got to talk about what's going on Racing Dude's channel here. Then we're going to take off. We've got a huge day today. So Magic and I will be back on later with the Magic Mike Show. We're going to be covering the late pick 4 from Saturday's Kentucky Downs card. You can catch us at 5 o'clock. Papa Dude and Aaron, I believe you guys are coming back on a little bit later today. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, we'll be on at 6 o'clock as of right now, pending. I haven't heard blinkers off time, but I think we're going to do the afternoon show. But yeah, 6 o'clock, we're going to be doing the Dudes Who Bet Sports Show. Of course, we will do the Thursday night game. We'll talk about it first, get it out of the way, and then we will go on and we'll go through all of the NFL games and the top 25 in college football. Plus, Papa Dude, I don't know if are you going to do your top 15 again this week and kind of go over some other games not in the top 25?
I'm working on that right now.
Okay, yeah, so we'll do that. It's a lot of fun. Papa Dude will talk about movies, I'm sure, once again tonight, and you make everybody mad.
Well,
there it is. There's the official. I was 98% sure, and now it's official. Blinkers off will be early in the afternoon as well, before Magic Mike. So a lot going on there. And then go ahead, Somich, with your big one.
Yeah, so we've got what, 5 shows? So you got Blinkers Off coming at you early afternoon. Then we've got the Magic Mike Show. We've got Dudes Who Bet coming at you after that. We're finishing up Dudes Who Bet Daily now. And then tonight we're going to have Slim and Samo's Thursday night halftime Bet-a-palooza, where we're going to give out props, best bets, and we're going to talk about the first half of the game and what we're going to be playing in the second half of the game as well. We'll be doing that every Thursday night, so make sure halftime of the Thursday games you jump back onto the Racing Dudes channel. We'll go over what happened in the game. I have no clue how Slim's going to be. This is going to be crazy with him on because he's making slides. I told him not to, so we're getting rid of the slides. It's going to be we're going to have a good time. I assume he will be drinking, which will make it interesting. I have no clue how I'll control him, but we're going to have a lot of fun with this Bet-a-palooza. So make sure you check that out at halftime of every Thursday night NFL game. We'll be here entertaining you. I'm not kidding about the slides, by the way. I love
the line. He's making slides. I told him not to. It's like, that's
I wasn't going to watch, but I'm going to.
Now, see, there we go. Now we got Papa Dude on it. I love it. All right,
so that team got me on there, man.
We got to give Magic a quick shout out here. He is someone's go-to. He's Mark's go-to CFL handicapper. Magic, did you ever think you'd be anyone's go-to CFL handicapper in your life?
Hey, man, I'm here for the people like Mark. This is why I do it.
I love it. Keep hitting them. It doesn't hurt. That's for sure. All right, let's wrap this puppy up here. Let's take a look at the picks. Magic going to Kentucky Downs, race number 9, sharp as it. Oh, wait, never mind. He's going Henderson over rushing yards because that horse will be below the threshold after the scratches here. Aaron going to the Cardinals again, -1.5, -135. Papa Dude, Rams under 26.5 team total. I'm going to go with Allen Robinson, anytime touchdown, +145. Went 2-1 yesterday, up $90 for the week, up $2,240 for the year on $100 base units. Got to keep it rolling, have a nice bounce back week here. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. We will be back tomorrow at noon. And make sure you just leave this channel on. And randomly, we'll start talking to you throughout the day because we will be on here all day talking horses and sports. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We will see you all soon.